Rank 1, the runner. You start with errands nobody important wants attached to their own hands. Coffee orders, burner phones, sealed envelopes, hotel keycards, black SUVs idling behind venues after midnight. The artists call you family, because family works cheaper when it wants proximity to fame. You learn quickly that the music industry runs on timing, silence, and plausible deniability. One singer forgets a duffel bag in the back seat and tells you not to look inside. You look anyway, because curiosity is the first addiction Los Angeles gives you for free. Inside are cash bundles, pills in orange bottles, and a non-disclosure agreement already signed. This is rank 1, the runner, where you are paid to move objects before you understand you are moving problems. Rank 2, the assistant. You stop carrying bags and start carrying schedules, excuses, and lies polished for daylight. Your phone fills with managers, labels, stylists, security teams, drivers, and women who were told the wrong thing. You book private rooms under fake names and tell hotels to wipe requests from the printed log. You learn which artists need vitamins, which need ketamine, which need prayer, and which need witnesses removed. Every emergency sounds small when it begins. A missing necklace, a broken nose, a cracked phone screen. Then sunrise hits the suite, and you realize somebody's small problem is about to become tomorrow's headline. You become indispensable by answering on the first ring and forgetting on the second. This is rank 2, the assistant, where your real job is not to organize talent, but to keep chaos one door ahead of the truth. Rank 3, the cleaner. At this level, nobody asks if you are comfortable, only if you are available. You sign for replacement furniture after parties that ended with blood on marble and champagne in the speakers. You pay housekeepers cash to lose memory and security guards overtime to lose footage. Broken glass, bruised faces, ripped dresses, confiscated phones, deleted chats, each one is just another invoice. The industry never uses the word cover-up. It says damage control, guest care, issue resolution. You learn bleach ratios, locksmith numbers, and how to speak calmly while somebody cries in the bathroom. By now you understand that fame does not erase consequences. It just outsources them. This is rank 3, the cleaner, where success smells like cologne in the hallway and disinfectant in the room behind it. Rank 4, the handler. Now the problem is human, which means it can panic, talk, remember, or refuse. You are assigned to hold together artists too unstable to trust with their own freedom before award shows and release weeks. Some need substances hidden. Some need substances found. Some need an ex kept out of the building. You learn the private language of spirals, shallow breathing, shattered mirrors, screaming at assistants, begging not to go on stage. Your hand is always on someone's shoulder, elbow, jawline, or career. When a client starts confessing at 4 in the morning, you redirect them with water, flattery, and strategic medication. You are not a friend. You are a leash expensive enough to look like support. This is rank 4, the handler, where the star shines in public because you absorb the meltdown before anyone else can see it. Rank 5, the gatekeeper. Once access becomes your asset, invitations become currency, and denial becomes power. You control who gets backstage, who gets into the after-party, who gets sent upstairs, and who never receives a call back. Influencers, athletes, label interns, wealthy sons, aspiring singers, strippers, publicists, and old friends all wait on your answer. The list says, no phones, no photos, no plus ones, no questions. You learn that the right room can launch a career, kill a rumor, create blackmail, or bind a loyalty for years. People smile at you with their best teeth because they know proximity is the first ladder in American fame, and you start enjoying the feeling of deciding who is inside the story and who stays outside the velvet rope. This is rank 5, the gatekeeper, where the guest list matters more than the talent list because power begins with controlled access. Rank 6, the Nda Broker. The first time a lawyer calls you directly, you understand you have been promoted into a quieter class of crime. You no longer mop up messes. You price silence before messes can mature into testimony. Non-disclosure agreements arrive by DocuSign, by Messenger, by midnight email, by men who never give last names. Some settlements are for broken contracts. Some are for broken bones. The paperwork never admits the difference. You learn venue liability, image rights, arbitration clauses, and which family members need to be paid separately. In this industry, the cleanest lie is the one notarized on expensive paper. Money does not erase memory, but it can surround memory with enough fear that it stops traveling. This is rank 6, the Nda Broker, where scandal becomes a line item and silence gets countersigned before the victim finishes shaking. Rank 7, the Fixer. Now you are trusted with problems too ugly for assistance and too urgent for lawyers to solve alone. You make police reports disappear into confusion, tip paparazzi away from the wrong driveway, and move people across county lines before breakfast. You know which doctor asks fewer questions, which club manager rewrites camera logs, which ex-employee will sell a flash drive, and which one needs threatening instead. Every American city has a private map beneath the official one, and by now you know the hidden roads. When a famous man says, "This cannot get out," the sentence really means your life just got more expensive. You arrange rehab when jail is too visible, and spiritual retreats when rehab is too incriminating. Everybody above you calls you loyal. Everybody below you calls you evil. Both are forms of respect. This is rank 7, the Fixer, where the job stops being support work and becomes the art of forcing reality to miss its cue. Rank 8, the Media Shaper. At this rank, the battlefield is no longer the room. It is the story leaving the room. You feed one tabloid a softer scandal to bury a harder one and call it narrative management. Anonymous sources, exclusives, blind items, leaked apologies, carefully staged church visits, sudden charity donations, all of it is choreography. You learn that the American public rarely sees the truth first. It sees the version that arrives with confidence and distribution. Publicists fight on camera. You fight in drafts, embargoes, burner accounts, and strategic friendships with editors. A trending topic can destroy years in an afternoon, so you build counter-programming before the outrage has a name. Sometimes the lie is not that nothing happened. The lie is that something smaller happened than what actually did. This is rank 8, the Media Shaper, where image becomes a second legal system and your headlines outrun the facts. Rank 9, the Crisis Manager. Now, entire corporations call when an artist, mogul, or executive becomes too radioactive to leave unattended. Brands want distance, investors want reassurance, lawyers want discipline, and the client wants one impossible thing: consequences without loss. You build war rooms with phones on silent, clocks in different time zones, and binders full of statements nobody hopes to use. The crisis plan includes family messaging, employee alignment, sponsor outreach, digital suppression, social listening, and what to do if federal agents appear. You do not sleep. You scenario plan. One witness talks. Another recants. A former assistant surfaces. Security footage leaks. An old settlement is reread by a hungrier public. By now you understand that modern scandal is not a fire. It is an oxygen problem. The artist still posts a polished black and white photo while you count which business partners are about to run. This is rank 9, the Crisis Manager, where your whole profession is keeping an empire alive while the smoke proves something inside is burning. Rank 10, the Inner Circle. At this level, you are no longer hired help. You are family in the most dangerous sense of the word. You know where the bodies are, metaphorically, financially, digitally, and maybe not always metaphorically. The principal trusts you with real passwords, shell companies, side agreements, old recordings, offshore payments, and the names that never appear on calendars. You sit in meetings where everybody pretends not to notice what everyone else is protecting. The money is bigger now. Catalog rights, brand equity, real estate, tour insurance, private settlements, and companies built to survive one man's collapse. You are rich enough to leave and informed enough to know leaving would be interpreted as betrayal. Every luxury item around you feels borrowed from a future subpoena. A mansion with ocean views starts to feel less like success and more like a very expensive waiting room. This is rank 10, the inner circle, where the reward is proximity to an empire and the punishment is knowing exactly what it cost to build. Rank 11, the silence architect. Eventually, you stop reacting to scandals and start engineering the entire ecosystem that prevents them from surfacing intact. You recruit fixers under you, assign specialists, segment knowledge, create deniability chains, and make sure nobody except you sees the full machine. A driver knows one route. A lawyer knows one payment. A publicist knows one cover story. A bodyguard knows one hallway. You know the pattern. The genius of the system is not brutality. It is compartmentalization. Everybody can tell themselves they only handled one part, which is how American institutions teach ordinary people to participate in extraordinary ugliness. You design loyalty with debt, access, fear, guilt, and the promise that collapse will drown everyone equally. Power has become architectural now. You do not commit the act. You build the conditions that protect whoever does. People above you are famous. People below you are disposable. You are neither, which is why you last. This is rank 11, the silence architect, where an empire's dirtiest secret is that no one person seems guilty enough when the machine is working correctly. Rank 12, the invisible partner. The top is not the artist, the mogul, or the face on the poster. The top is the person who survives if the face falls. You own nothing directly and influence everything worth saving. Catalogs move, partners switch, brands rebrand, witnesses age, headlines fade, and you remain behind shell entities and trusted intermediaries. By now, the music matters less than the infrastructure around desire, addiction, prestige, sex, fear, and money. You can end a career with one release, save one with one payment, and ruin a case by making everybody remember the wrong detail first. The younger fixers call you a legend, but legends are just ghosts with invoices. You have houses nobody associates with you, phones nobody can tie to you, and a name nobody important says out loud. The loneliest part is that you finally won the game by becoming unrecognizable even to yourself. This is rank 12, the invisible partner, where you discover the highest position in the music industry is not on stage at all, but buried behind every secret that kept the show alive.